Welcome, one and all, to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, folks. I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcasts cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, one damn handsome man, if I do say so myself, and the current reigning, defending Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, the tribal chief of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, the head of the table. I am fucking Roman Sammartino himself here of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, the 13-time champion, the Tom Brady, Muhammad Ali, and Babe Ruth all rolled up into one of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, Phil KOE. You can find me, of course, at KOE Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and now most joyous on Twitter as well. And we are heading in to Backlash, and I am joined this evening by my indomitable broadcast jobbers, the one, the only.
Go ahead. I'm not following that.
There is no following that. I get it, Tony. There's no following that.
Fucking terrible.
Phil's on a roll tonight. I am your 10-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, soon to be 11-time. Your big bucking Emperor Chicken. I am excited for a spectacular card.
Yes.
To predict. Tony.
It is I.
Yeah, he's so excited he just can't help himself. Look at
him. I'm so fucking
It's the reign
excited.
of Roman Sammartino, the tribal chief. I've been proven right. You can't help
Fuck off. I'm your 14-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion. I'm non-coppa friendly, non-chill filtered, quadruple distilled. You can find me on TikTok at Tony the Rod. And it is time, folks. We are finally back. It's been a bit of a hiatus. WrestleMania season has come and gone. But don't worry, the hangover still ensues, and fuck me, all the mistakes they made at WrestleMania, by God, we're still going with them. We managed to not do a reset after Mania. We're just going to continue everything that was working and make it not fucking work, because that's what we do with Mustache Vince back in charge. We're fucking things up even more, pushing people in the pool. It's time for Backlash, and that's what we're doing tonight, folks. That's what we're doing tomorrow. You're here for it. We're live. So excited to be here, and I am absolutely fueled by, well, it's Cinco de Mayo, and I got a little bit of spiked horchata, so
rock and roll.
'Tis the season, folks. It is the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, and we are predicting WWE Backlash, folks, and this is
yes. Now, what you're hearing, folks, is a lot of sour grapes about Cody not winning the title. And this is my interim championship, much like the Smoking Skull belt, because this is the belt that Cody would have pulled out had he won. But no, it's our party and we'll cry if we want to. Instead, we have the glorious reign of Roman Sammartino that's going to go on for years, folks.
Win.
Roman fucking
you.
I was the one who called it. Nobody else saw it coming,
Phil.
folks. Like, that's going to go down with my Berlin Wall 2.0 call as greatest calls of all
Right.
time. My Roman
Awful.
San Martino
Terrible.
call.
The worst.
So, yes.
So what we're doing here,
Don't worry,
folks, you
Cody's
know the
going to get a
drill by
second
now.
place consolation prize. Don't worry about that.
Phil, just stop while you're way behind. Folks, Revolution Wrestling Podcast has been around since 2018. You know the drill now. We're here to predict the show. It's very simple. Whoever gets the most points by the end of the night is your Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion. Phil, looking to defend his 13th reign. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Chicken
13
looking
times.
to become an 11-time champion. And me looking to reclaim a stellar lead for 15 times, currently sitting at 14 after tomorrow night. There's only, I believe, 7 matches on this card, and I guarantee you, almost none of us have been paying a lick of attention to the weekly shows because they're basically fucking unwatchable right now, but we're going to do this anyway. We're going to watch this show. We're going to endure it for you. That's what we do here. So, those of you who don't know the rules, very simple. We pick every
Am
match.
I the only one that's been watching Raw and SmackDown?
Why would you do?
That's a
I'm
disadvantage.
just kidding. I haven't watched shit.
I will. There's something I want to announce here.
Oh,
Last month at WrestleMania, Chicken did a true champions move where he relinquished the tie-breaking point champions advantage because he had been sailing on that for so many months. And Tony, I am here to say that I will absolutely not do any such thing. You gotta beat me completely, motherfucker, and you gotta take it completely. I will take every Ric Flair victory I can, because to be the man, woo, you gotta beat the man.
yeah, nobody.
And I beat the man. I was 1 point ahead from both of you with my Roman Reigns prediction. Tribal Chief. Tribal Chief.
Okay, well, now it's Backlash. We're gonna get back to present.
Present day.
The only reason you guys have a chance on this card is because the Tribal Chief is not on the card.
Okay, so anyway, those of you unfamiliar, we're going to pick every match. Every match is worth 1 point. When it comes to a tiebreaker, if, say, Phil and Chicken are tied or Phil and I are tied, doesn't matter because the champion's advantage does exist, so Phil would retain if he tied with either myself or Chicken. But if it came down to me and Chicken being tied for the lead, we will have to pick a tiebreaker between the two of us, and I believe we are going to go with what match opens the show.
Yes.
So let's just start with that, Chicken. Phil, you don't need to pick an opener. You may play along if you want, but not necessary. Chicken, do you want to go first, or do you want me?
You go ahead, sir. I'll let you have the first pick here.
Okay.
I think there's only 2 that are realistic. There's one that they could do, but it'd be kind of a dick move. But I really think there's only 2.
I'm looking at this, and I see probably, honestly, there's 4 potential. This is not a stellar card.
There's 4 potential openers. 2 of them would be dick moves. 2 of them are the most realistic.
I think there's only 2 on this card that are guaranteed not to be the opener. And that's the guaranteed main event and probably the hometown hero match. So I'm looking at both of the women's title matches and a triple threat and a singles match. And I'm going to go with, oh man, this is tough. I'm going to go with the Raw Women's Championship match.
Oh, wow. Gonna do her dirty.
Yeah, if it's going to be one of the women's title matches, I think it's going to be the Raw Women's title match. And I don't know why, but I think they're going to spread the women's title matches out enough. And I think this is the only way to do it. You open with one of them. And if you're going to do it, I think it's got to be the Raw Women's title match. Kind of has to be the opener.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm going with.
I'm glad I don't have to pick this one.
I'm surprisingly going to pick a title match as well.
Well, there's so many.
But I'm going to go with Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. God, I almost went with that too. That's a solid pick. Solid pick. I can't begrudge you for that at all.
Gentleman.
Bandit agrees with me. Says they're not going to start with a triple. All right.
Oh, they will. Oh, they will. And I'll
All
tell
right,
you why as
well.
we get to that match.
Well, Tony, let's get right into it. And what match do you want to start off with, sir?
Okay, so we're going to just look straight at the WWE website because they're always so good at promoting these shows, showing these matches and showcasing them before the fact. Let's just start off what they have at the bottom. I almost picked this as the opener too. Like I said, there was like 4.
It's
but
possible.
It is possible. But the only reason I didn't was
this is easily the hardest match for me to pick.
Fuck you. So Omos and Lesnar open night 2 of WrestleMania. Do they make Omos do it again? Like, I could see it. I could definitely see it. But this match makes no sense. So I honestly
no
thought
story.
this was a joke.
I
thought
am
this was a
wrestler.
joke. When they announced this, like when I started seeing this on Facebook, I thought it was a fucking joke. No, they really do this because they don't have any fucking clue what to do with Omos or what to do with Seth Rollins right now. Rollins, they're just waiting to do something else. Omos, they don't know what to do. Here, Seth, have a broom handle match. Please make him look good. This is going to
at least
suck
acceptable.
So fucking hard. And if they open with this, it's going to set the tone for the whole show and it's going to be terrible. So who do you guys like in this one?
I'm gonna let you go first, chicken.
Well, one, this has no story.
No, none.
There's no build up to it. This makes no sense. Now it does appear that it's leaning that Seth Rollins is gonna be probably the future world title holder at some point. Maybe, but do you is almost just is he just the jobber right now getting people over, or are they going to try to?
At one point, the Giant becomes irrelevant as a jobber if you keep jobbing him out.
Yeah, but he sucks.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course he sucks. He's a Giant.
Okay. Anyway, Seth Rollins. This doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
No.
It's a waste of time. I hope it's like I hope it's a 5-minute or less match. It just needs to be over. It needs to be like 3 curb stomps. Then you get to make Omos look fucking strong if he gets 3 curb stomps, and then 1, 2, 3, we're over and we're done. Like,
I hope it's not even 5 minutes, but yeah, it needs to be almost. It's kind of the same formula he had with Lesnar. He throws around Seth for 3.5 minutes. Seth will be able to do that tenfold, and it'll look awesome. And then Omos will trip over his own giant dick, and Seth will curb stomp him like 4 times and get the W. It's got to be Rollins. It has to be. Jesus, like, you've put Seth Rollins through hell. You've made this guy eat a lot of losses he didn't.
And
need
he
to.
is so.
And when he was champion, you made the fans resent him for it. So Jesus, does this guy deserve it?
I'm going to be honest with you. There's only one other match that has me going either way. Because let's be frank, almost did the job at Mania. They need to rehabilitate him. So if he had demonstrated at least 1-star match worth of ability, I would say they need to give him the W here, but that's not going to happen. Now, like I've always said, Seth Rollins is the X-Pac of the roster in that Vince, whenever somebody would show up, like, all right, put him in the ring with X-Pac. If they can't get a good match with X-Pac, they can't get a good match. And Seth Rollins is that guy. Now, luckily, he's getting more opportunities. But if there's any justice in this world, it will be Seth fucking Rollins. And now the question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how loud will his suit be?
Oh. Louder than
9.
Now, honestly, this is no shit. I showed my daughter 2 pictures of guys in suits. One was John Wick. One was Seth Rollins and all of his crazy loud suits. She preferred Seth Rollins. Like, look, it has flavor. There's flavor there. And so, there's.
Don't say flavor.
Seth Rollins is getting over with people and his weird loud suits.
As loud as Phil?
No, not that loud.
There's There's no story. There's no nothing. None of it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
This
loud as
doesn't need to
Phil.
happen.
As loud as Phil. No,
Yeah.
nothing's as loud as Phil.
Now,
That's like a
this-
15.
This
Yeah,
next
that's-
match will be the last match I invoke championship privilege on.
Jesus.
Tony?
Okay. So let's move in to the U.S. title match, which Chicken picked as his opener. I do like it. I was
don't.
considering
That's
that
not good.
myself.
That's not good. But
So we've got-
as champion, I am invoking for the
Oh,
last
damn
time tonight championship privilege. Gentlemen, you go first.
I'll open this up. Okay, so this is Bronson Reed obviously eats the pin. Okay, that's what he's
Okay.
there for.
I would agree
Okay.
with that tenfold. Yes.
Now what's Austin Theory been doing? The same shit over and over.
Oh yeah,
It's-
it's just
it's
rinse
getting
and
boring.
repeat.
The fans.
You guys
Are
forget
so-
the fact he beat Cena at Mania, so did everybody else.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Bobby Lashley's as big as he's ever been. The crowd
We
is
love Bobby.
loving him. That's why I would think this is a great opener for Backlash. You have Bobby pin Bronson, and take the championship in some kind of shady way to where you still make Austin look strong, but then Austin Theory's got to chase it again. Like now that he's like almost legitimized,
If you
and
pull the
he's
belt
got-
off him, though, you can move him into a main event spot.
Yeah,
No, I'm
you
not
can do
saying
a
that.
lot of-
I'm not saying you put the belt on him, but you could transition him up. But you
You can
got to
do a
get
lot
that
of
mid.
things with
Bronson
him.
Reed is there to eat the pin.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's why I think you give it to Bobby, and then you could have a Bobby and Austin Theory thing one more time, one-on-one. Like, but this shit's got to get
Yeah.
over with pretty soon. You can't do much more of this. But then Austin gets to move on and do something different. I think you keep the U.S. Championship on Bobby though for the long run because people are loving him right now, and he's doing some of his best work he's done in a long time.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
There you go,
I got
co-ed.
Bobby.
No, that's Cody Rhodes. That's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Okay. Chicken's going with Bobby. This one is it's 50-50 for me, and that's not including Bronson Reed because
No.
it's
He's
just
there
not
to
gonna
eat the
happen.
pin, whoever wins.
Yeah, exactly. That's a guarantee. That is a fucking guarantee. Bronson Reed, big as he is, as athletic as he is as a big guy, he's not going to win this match. They're not going to. It's just not going to happen. Like it's taken since the COVID WrestleMania when Austin Theory first came up from NXT to now to really get him over as a legitimate roster member. People are just now starting to accept him. Lashley as a face doesn't work, and it's never going to work because he's never going to be able to be his own mouthpiece. He needs to be a heel. So if he wins this match as a face, it's not going to do him any favors. He needs to lose this match as a face so he can transition back into being a heel. And I think with almost losing the match to Rollins, MVP is going to get tired of almost losing. And Lashley will get tired of losing as a good guy. You'll see the reunion of MVP and Bobby Lashley. Maybe they'll reform the Hurt Business and do something fucking
You're really
correct for
banking on
once.
Vince being back, aren't you?
I don't think
I
Vince likes
mean-
the Hurt Business that much. I'm just saying. I don't
saying
think Lashley can
Everybody
win this
but
match.
Vince liked him.
I don't think Lashley's going to win this match. Not as a face. So I'm going to go with Theory to retain by some chicanery because it's a triple threat. This is a one-on-one. I might go the other way, but I'm going to go with Theory.
I am gonna agree with Chicken. Like the only reason this is a three-way
Look
match.
at that. Champion copying my picks.
Motherfucker.
Oh, well, I'm the dirtiest
Of course
player
you
in the
would.
game, Chicken. I'm the Rolex wearing, styling, profiling, alligator booted limousine riding,
Son of a
absolutely
bitch.
no commercial flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing. Woo! Son of a gun. Ladies, none of you can be first, but one of you can be next. So, Chicken,
You forgot
Oh, I'm
pick
sorry,
stealing.
Chicken.
Pick
Chicken.
stealing.
Are you getting mad at somebody, playing the odds? Boy, howdy, it's strange how that works. Wrestling card counter, Chicken. So yeah, son of a biscuit. But no, the only reason this is a triple threat is to get the belt off of Austin Theory without him losing face, and put the belt on Bobby because this is the new reshuffle after the draft. Austin Theory's moving on to bigger and better things. Probably going to be in the world heavyweight title picture here real soon.
Okay. And
I mean, Vince is back.
Yep, we're settled. We got it. We got our picks.
I just want to reiterate that the tiebreaker that Chicken and I picked at the beginning, that only matters in the event of a tie. Because that's how tiebreakers work, Phil.
Well, no, I'm just making sure none of you can get an extra point on me. So, yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying, Phil. Yep. That's how tiebreakers work.
All right. Now, that was the only match that I wasn't like 99% sure on. So.
All right. What we got next?
All right. So, what's WWE.com got up next? This is. They've got this
third on their epic
list.
Showdown.
This is the one that I actually picked as the opener. The Raw Women's Championship. Oh boy, Bianca Belair going one-on-one with her. You may know who that is. It's Io Sky.
I was about to say, who do you have, and why is it Bianca Belair?
If Bianca Belair loses this match, then quite literally she fucked over the wrong person behind the stage, because you don't have her be on the terror that she's on right now and then have her drop it to, let's be frank, fucking done nothing on the main roster, Io Sky. It's Bianca Belair.
But Tony, Bailey and Dakota Kai are going to be ringside.
And yeah, they've been booked so fucking solid. I've bet on them, and guess what? It fucked me. No. Fuck no, it's Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca.
It's got to be Bianca. There's no reason otherwise.
Phil,
this is probably the most obvious pick of the night.
It has to be.
Zig Mover, we are getting into our predictions for the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship.
Dude, drop them in the comments. We'll pop them up.
Yep. Now, I will leave this up to the democracy of Tony and Chicken, but this is for serious championship gold, sir. I mean, this would be like a new run-in the middle of a match. So, but
right,
I'll probably pull you in for the end of the show analysis.
Yeah, if you want to jump in at the end, by all means, we'd love to have you.
All right.
So we all got Bianca. All right. We're going to move on next. WWE.com has this.
Come at me, bro.
Yes, Bianca does win. So if this looks familiar, it's because last year they did the same kind of thing. A 6-man tag at a WrestleMania with a bunch of the same people heading into Backlash. That's why this feels familiar. This year you got Riddle and the Undisputed Tag Champs, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens going against the Bloodline, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa. So this one, I actually expect this to be a really good match. But who wins? Because this could go a couple of ways. You've got the titles aren't on the line. So the champs could eat a loss here without losing the belts.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, the Usos, desperately needing a win, need to get one back, or do they continue the Usos can't win? That's why Roman's getting pissed at them. This is up in the air. Who do you guys like here?
I'll let Champ go.
Yeah, you know what? To me, I know this is going to seem really counterintuitive because Sammy and Kevin, it was such a great thing, but as much as I hate to say, the shine is kind of off the trophy here, and I think it's the Bloodline. I think this is where the Bloodline gets some redeeming momentum. I know that both of you are like, oh shit, yeah, you both want to take Sammy and Kevin so bad, and please do.
Now, I actually, the only thing I could see, I do see this, like Zig Mover says, Usos lose, Solo turns on them. Like, I could see that. Like, that's one of the ones I wanted to pick. But the fact that, Jesus Christ, I don't know. I haven't been watching, but how many pins has Matt Riddle taken since he's gotten back? Like, is he here?
Just got back.
Yeah, but
so
like, is that his job in this one's to eat the pin?
Yes.
If that team's going to lose, it kind of has to be Riddle. If it's going to be the Usos,
it's going to be Jay
Solo,
if it's the Usos.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either Riddle or Jay who eats the pin in this. Has to be.
So you got chicken. You got to take something different from me if you have any hope of getting this belt.
Yeah, I don't see it being Jay. I think Matt eats the pin. Usos. This is one thing that Phil taught us in WrestleMania. You do not bet against the bloodline.
Nope.
Well, I'm going to bet against the bloodline. I got KO, Sammy, and Riddle.
Oh, shit. Tony G just sealed my title reign with that one. Just sealed me holding on to it with that one, folks, because it'd be nice, but this is returning the favor.
No, they've been teasing the story that Roman's pissed off with Jay and Jimmy, and this is going to be the boiling point. This is going to be it. Solo is going to do everything he can in his power, but Jimmy and Jay will not be able to get on the same page. They couldn't win the belts back here the other week. Roman's been teasing Paul, saying, fuck you guys, you can't do anything. You lost the belts. You couldn't get them back. And now this 6-man, they're going to lose that. This is going to be the point where the bloodline starts to implode big time. They're going to lose this match, and it's going to be bad. And you're going to go, oh no, the bloodline's starting to fall apart. How could Roman possibly keep his belt intact? He still will for a while. But they're not going to win this match. The bloodline is not going to win this match. I don't even know if Roman shows up, makes an appearance, even on the Titantron.
He doesn't even need to.
KO, Sammy, and Riddle win
Tony.
This match. And this will probably be the one that gets me the belt. Can't wait to be a 15th.
Acknowledge your tribal chief, Tony.
Tony
acknowledge
him. Yes, acknowledge him tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's the current reigning defending champion? Phil KO.
Who
called the
tomorrow,
tribal chief, maintaining the tribal chief?
Ask me again tomorrow, you fucking 13.
Oh, I will.
Next
I will.
Match. SmackDown Women's Championship.
Rhea.
Why not? Let's just do it.
And this is going. Now, I know this isn't worth anything, but this will actually be the opener of the show. This will actually open it. And let me tell you why. Because you have Rhea Ripley coming down to the ring with Dominic Mysterio. You have Zelina Vega coming down to the ring with Rey Mysterio. That is a lot of Hispanic star power right there to open the Puerto Rico show. I think that is where you go with that one. If I was booking the show, that's how I'd open it.
Zelina Vega was going to win.
She's not going to. It's going to be Ripley.
Who you got?
And why is it Rhea Ripley?
Yes. Rhea?
Please, Tony, take Zelina. I think you should give her the chance.
Everything you just said makes total sense if Zelina Vega was going to win, which she's not.
Does anybody actually care about this?
So that's why this will not be the fucking opener. Like you made your own case against yourself, Phil.
Well, regardless, we all have Rhea Ripley, so it doesn't really matter. So let's move on.
Moving on.
Chicken, you and I have the same picks for everything thus far.
So good, aren't you guys?
You gotta differentiate somewhere.
I know, Phil. You keep copying me.
Well, no, you copied me in the last match.
I'm looking at it. So far, you both have Rollins, you both have Bobby, you both have Bianca, you both have Bloodline, you both have Ripley. Identical thus far. Let's talk about this.
This is going to be the one.
The barn burner of the show. Why this is in Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny, Damian Priest. Live Saturday. Zig Mover says Ripley's going to win. Zelina will get an amazing WWE custom entrance because she's Puerto Rican and she'll still lose. And Bandit says the one on the left has actually thrown a punch. Jesus. All right. This one, God, I don't even want to see this match. It's going to be ludicrous. It's going to be ridiculous.
It's going to be dumb. Bad Bunny.
It's going to be dumb.
I know it's gonna be fucking, and it's gonna be a Canadian destroyer, and I'm gonna love it, and Tony's gonna hate it, and it's Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Dominic's
you both have Bad Bunny.
Damien's gonna fucking just stumble through this, and it's got to be Bad Bunny because we got one hometown hero that's losing.
Yeah, Zelina Vega's not gonna fucking win.
Yes, Project Sad Face, the actual musical recording artist, Bad Bunny, is going to. Yes.
He was
Yeah,
actually halfway good last time. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
And
know.
yeah, this should be Ray and Bad Bunny versus Priest and Dominic. It should be to
If I had to
carry it.
guess, it's because Ray's got like a billion nagging injuries, and now after every big match, he's got to take 3 months off.
You both have Bad Bunny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got.
Take Damian Priest, please.
No, it's God. This is such a stupid fucking idea for me. It's Bad Bunny, and that's the worst pick ever. God damn, I cringe at y'all calling Bad Bunny to win a wrestle. Exactly. Why? Like I'm cringing. I am cringing.
Zig Mover says Damian wins. It's WWE.
But Vince is back.
Yeah,
yes, who's back? Back again. Yeah, and Vince is literally like, and so the SEC won't let me be or let me be me. So
Bad Bunny literally has not been in the ring since Vince left. And the moment Vince comes back, all of a sudden Bad Bunny shows
We're
back.
We're doing a show in Puerto Rico.
All right.
With
Bad Bunny. Let's move on to the main event, folks. What you've
Chicken's
all
last chance
been waiting for. Well, in that case, then Phil better pick first, so Chicken can
I was like, guess what my pick's going to be? Whatever Phil's isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, then.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, Zig Mover says it is an AEW because hometown wrestlers lose under Vince.
Okay,
they do.
This is gonna
He's
be
not wrong about that. He's not wrong.
I'm gonna make 2 predictions here at the same time. One relevant for tomorrow, but one to go in the future. The winner of tomorrow night's main event. Actually, yeah, technically now it's just past midnight, so tonight's main event. Adrenaline in my soul. WWE signed Cody Rhodes. He's going to win tonight. He's going to beat Brock Lesnar. So when he loses to Finn Balor at Super Showdown Rumble of Champions in Saudi Arabia, it can continue the story, guys.
So I'm kind of glad you picked Cody, because I want to pick Brock on this one because there's nothing better than the hero's journey, and to keep people involved in that hero's journey than seeing the heroes continue to struggle and continue to struggle. And you can't do Brock and Cody 2 if Cody wins this. You can't do that right away. But if Cody loses to Brock and then down the road he does get his belt, then you can do Brock versus Cody 2, because Brock can do the I already beat you once, boy, and then Cody can get his revenge match and retain his title later on and continue the hero's journey and all that good shit. So yeah, like to me, it makes sense to have Brock win this one and just keep having Cody just get beat down 1 or 2 more times before he has this, like, all of a sudden this moment of fucking glory. And that'll be against a Seth Rollins or something. Like, he's going to have that matchup again down the road. We all know that's coming. So that's where I think Cody turns the corner. He beats Seth Rollins 1 more time, gets the belt off of him. And then now all these people that are going to beat him between now and then are going to be calling up for their rematches. Going, I beat you on your way to the title. How the hell did you get that title? I deserve it. And then he has to beat them all.
The last thing I want to see
beat your champion right before
match.
He wins, folks. That's a great
story. The last thing I want to see is another match between Rollins and Cody. Like I said before, Cody won the first 2. He could have easily dropped the Hell in a Cell match because Jesus goddamn Christ, that injury
they're gonna do it again.
Fucking horrific, and everybody would have understood. And then he could have gotten another win over Seth after the fact, and everybody would have been like, "Okay, he got that win back because he was a little bit healthier. He came so close, even injured, but he couldn't quite do it, and now he got it back, and it would have actually meant something." But going 3-0 against Seth with an injury in a Hell in a Cell ruined the entire thing for me. Whatever. So now I don't want to see that.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't want to see it either, but that's what's going to happen.
They had to give him the win. He had such a gutsy showing.
But no, they didn't. I will argue this to the end.
It was the match of the year, as far as I'm concerned.
Fuck, you still fucking wrong. Anyway, I digress.
Name one better or more memorable. That's right. I'll
Phil,
wait.
fuck off with your shit.
If
Fuck off
anything,
with
they
your
just
shit.
gotta make up for that by having Brock.
I
beat
get
him.
name tap.
So,
Anyway,
So Tony, who you got?
now we're on this. So Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania opponent was fucking Omos. Keep that in mind. Cody Rhodes goes into the Rumble, wins the Rumble, goes to WrestleMania. They have the moment, but the problem is they booked it so hard. They booked it so hard that it felt mandatory that Cody had to win. And when Cody didn't win, it reminded me of Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania in Louisiana.
The one Roman should have won.
When we were watching it, Roman
beautiful
lost to Lesnar
Crimson
and
mask.
Asuka lost to Charlotte, and we both were shocked when those two things happened. They booked themselves into a corner. It was too predictable, so Cody couldn't win. That's how they looked at it. So now they're like, how do you redeem Cody after this loss? You book him against the only unstoppable actual fucking monster you have left in the company, Brock Lesnar.
who can only
But
beat
do you
Omos
have him
these days.
lose? But do you have him lose? So out of all the matches on this card, this is the one with the highest probability to have a non-finish.
Oh
Because they
yeah,
like to
yeah.
keep
Brock
Lesnar
could just
strong.
lose his shit. Yeah.
Exactly. They like
Now,
to keep
here's the
Lesnar
question.
strong with
If
non-finish.
it ends in disqualification, what do we do there?
Well, no, because you both have
Well,
picked.
then it goes to the winner. Like who wins the match, right? We're picking the
it
winner
goes
of
to
the
whoever
match.
is the victor at the bell.
Okay. All right. So
Unfortunately, because you both picked. Now I'm looking at this and I'm trying to.
You might
this.
win because Brock fucking hits him with a chair. Okay, like
See, and that's the thing. It could happen.
or
That
like
could
one
happen.
of the Usos kick him in the balls from behind and the referee sees it. You know what I mean?
But my
Something-
reasoning here is I don't think Brock wants to be champion. I don't think he's going to be
No.
involved in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. And I think it's absolutely
He doesn't even
fucking
want to
ridiculous.
do this for 2 more years, I don't think.
Hang on. I don't think that Cody should be involved in the World Heavyweight Championship picture that they've just re-debuted either. He should turn that down and say, "No, I didn't finish my story. I'm
want
still
Roman.
going after Roman. I'm still going after the belt that my daddy didn't win. I don't want this belt. This is the first step. Cody's going to beat Brock Lesnar. It's not going to be the cleanest win you've ever seen, but it's going to be decisive enough. And it's going to be a win over Brock Lesnar that he'll be able to go on and beat the likes of, say, I don't know, when Randy Orton comes back. That's a win he's going to eventually have to get, regardless whenever. That's a win he's going to eventually get. A Drew McIntyre. They're going to give him some stepping stones. First up, it's Brock Lesnar. Cody's going to win. It's not going to be the cleanest. It's not going to be the most decisive. It's not going to be even a great feel-good one, but he's going to get a W. Because if you don't have Cody win, he may
How many
as well
German
just fucking
suplexes
leave.
does Cody eat?
Oh, 8.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
say 8 as well. Like, yeah,
me
that's-
too. I was like,
Wow, that's funny. Now, so let's see. Chicken and I, we have one difference. The main event.
Main event.
Comes down to the main event with me and Chicken.
me and Tony
Will
got one or
he
two
be able
differences too.
to
Between me and
change-
Chicken, we both have Rollins. He has Bobby. I have Theory. We both have Bianca. Chicken has Bloodline. I don't. We both have Ripley. We both have Bunny. Chicken has Brock. I have Cody. And then between
We should have a
myself
clear winner tomorrow,
and
folks.
Phil,
There's only one match
1,
difference.
2,
I'll send Zig an
3,
invite.
4, 5. We have 5. We only have Phil and I only have 2 different, but I feel pretty good about it because it's the Bloodline and it's the triple threat. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have a perfect night, guys. You're looking at your 15-time world revolutionary
Tony,
We shall see.
cast champion.
Roman Sammartino, Phil KOE is going to snatch that from you. I'm afraid, Tony.
Oh,
I do apologize.
Phil,
I did send an
you
invite to Zig Mover.
naivety.
We'll see if he shows up. Now I get it. Like
Not
the
gonna happen.
champion Phil KOE, that is a very intimidating thing. Brock's hairline has gradually devolved into a landing strip.
True.
I'm I'm gonna say it. I feel fucking ancient seeing a Cody with white hair. Now, granted, he does it. Vince literally has no one other than Brock 18 plus years after his prime. Damn. Now,
dude, Brock Lesnar still sells his ass off every time he's in the fucking ring. I don't care what anybody says. The guy's underrated.
He still
He might do a
fun,
part-time
too.
schedule and even part-time of a part-time, but the guy still busts his ass in the ring.
okay, now, gentlemen, I have to say we have another run-in, and this is actually a Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast debut of the great Zig Mover.
Hey,
How
what's
are we
going on?
doing so?
Hey,
How are
what's
we doing,
going on, man?
sir?
How are y'all doing?
All right, so you've heard us throughout this evening, and so I'm curious. Since you're here, you've heard our analysis on some of these matches. Where do you think one of us don't know shit from apple butter about wrestling? Where do you think we got it wrong?
Let me pull up the Backlash card real quick. I think I have
Well,
it.
here I'll just go in order of what we picked, and you can throw your 2 cents in. Sound good?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So, what if you had to pick an opening match? What would it be?
It would be Rhea versus Zelina,
Zelina.
I think.
Of
Just
course.
because Zelina's like hometown, so I think that's they want a big pop, so I think that's probably what it's going to be.
Okay.
And Rey Mysterio goes on Mexican wrestling's Mount Rushmore. So I mean,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I know it's not
Okay.
Puerto Rico, but like it's still going to be quite relevant.
Of course.
What about the ridiculous match of Seth Rollins versus Omos?
Fuck. I as much as I love Seth Rollins, right? As much as I love Seth Rollins, I don't physically think he's capable of beating Omos. And he can take a loss. I don't think he needs to win here. I think it's
Takes
ridiculous.
a lot of them.
I know it's ridiculous if like Omos loses, just because of like how big he is compared to Seth Rollins. I understand that we have to keep the kayfabe, but I really don't think like Seth Rollins' offense can go toe to toe with Omos, honestly. So I'm picking Omos.
Wow, an almost pick. Now I gotta stop the presses here. Project Sad Face. I love you guys. I'm happy I can come on here and voice my views without getting cussed out and shamed. Well done, guys. I will follow you guys to the end, and we're with you till the end. Project Sad Face.
All
God
we've
bless.
ever wanted to do. It's all about interaction with people, whether you agree with us or not. It's about the back and forth and not being ridiculously stupid and hateful. That's all we've ever wanted.
So now, this is what I think is going to happen, like storyline wise, with the Seth Rollins Omos thing. Omos is going to get this match, and I think it's probably going to be Seth Rollins versus Omos for the title on Raw, and Seth Rollins will beat Omos at that point. That's what I'm
feasible.
That's what I'm thinking is probably going to happen, honestly.
Now, at the end of this, Zig, I'm going to ask you, comparing all the differentials here, who do you think has the best chance of walking away as the continued tribal chief of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast? We'll ask that at the end of all of this. I mean, I am Roman Sammartino up in this.
Let's get through the actual matches, not your fever dreams. Jesus Christ! Next up,
Tony,
US
they made another belt to fulfill that.
Phil's about to cut a promo if we don't move.
Yeah, we don't need that.
US title triple threat. I have 8 down on this.
That's more like it.
Yeah, I have 8 down on this. I think Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed kind of cancel each other out. So
bingo.
I think probably what's going to happen is Bronson Reed's probably going to hit a big, huge splash on Bobby Lashley, and 8 Town Down is going to come in, throw him out, and get the pin. So that's probably what's going to happen.
I've heard in the house shows what's been happening, and usually these like replay when it comes to the paper or the premium live event.
Yeah.
So what's been happening at the house shows in the last week is Bobby hits a spear on Bronson. Looks like he's getting the pin, and then all of a sudden Theory jumps in, knocks Bobby out of the ring. Pins Bronson, and
I could see that too. I could see Bronson taking the pin. But like I don't.
Bronson's taking the pin no matter what.
It's going to be 8 Town Down's probably 8 Town Down's winning. If it's a triple threat, 8 Town Down's winning. It's just like Miz, with the Intercontinental Championship. It was a triple threat. Fuck, Miz is winning like 100%. Like honestly, so
let's go on. We called next the Raw Women's Championship. Zig, who you like there?
Surely you're taking Io Sky, right?
I love Io Sky to death. Like, look, Io Sky is probably my favorite women's wrestler in WWE.
You don't have to justify it.
But no, you can't beat female John Cena. You can't beat female John Cena.
You can't beat Jade Cargill with actual wrestling talent. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Jade Cargill was the female wrestler of the year.
That was a
last year.
little low.
That's
Not
a little low.
really disagreeing.
Jade Cargill's a great character. Bianca Belair's a great wrestler. If you could mold the two together, you'd have something. Jade Cargill sucks in the ring.
She sucked early. She's getting a lot better though. She's getting better.
Great now. She's going to be the wrestler of the year.
I mean,
that was dog shit.
Most everybody in AEW sucks in the ring. There's like a handful of people there. Like
she's regressed.
Really
like she somehow managed to regress like 3 years in one match. Watch her match with Taya Valkyrie.
It was pretty.
But I am going to say that she does age like fine wine. She gets finer every day she comes.
She's a better promo. She's a better promo than Bianca. She's a better character than Bianca.
She has good matches with like people. She has good matches with like people she has good chemistry with. I think.
Who would that be?
She had a decent match with. I can't think of her name.
No, you can't.
It's been a while. It's been a while since she's had a good match.
You wrote a pretty good one there.
Yeah.
Like that was like Tara's like, come on.
I think
I'll give you all day. I'll give you all day.
Jamie Hayter is like the best women's wrestler on that group anyway. So.
Yeah, and they've dropped the ball with her too. So let's move on to the 6-man tag. KO, Sammy, and Riddle versus the Usos and Solo.
So I think one of two things are going to happen, and this is probably going to forward the Bloodline storyline a little bit. I think either Solo takes the pin because Jay and Jimmy get fed up with him.
Ooh.
Or Jimmy or one of the Usos take the pin as Solo like walks out. I think it's probably more possible that Solo just takes the pin because Jay and Jimmy get fed up with him and just leave, and then they just break off that storyline. Because I think it's probably going to happen is I think Solo and Roman are going to be super buddy up until the point that Solo wins Money in the Bank. I think Solo wins Money in the Bank this year.
I like that.
Yeah,
there's some tension
because it leads to the fact to where Solo has Money in the Bank to protect Roman Reigns' interests. Yeah, and then it comes down to where
until he doesn't.
Yeah, until he like cashes in. He cashes in during like a Roman Reigns match or something like that, and then just
after he beats Cody again.
Down.
Yeah.
Yep.
He beats Cody for the second time. Then all of a sudden, Solo throws in the briefcase and.
Or Solo somehow like they work a way to where Solo gives the briefcase to Roman for Roman to cash in. Something like that.
No, I still like that idea of him betraying Roman like that because they had the little storyline with Cody where Cody beat Solo and like gave him his first loss and told him you weren't ready yet. Like that's a good story to build on top of all of this. I love that. That's good.
Or Cody wins the belt from Roman, and then Solo comes out, cashes in on Cody, and says, "I'm ready," and spikes Cody and pins Cody for the belt.
Yeah,
actually years ago, like in my WWE 2K19 universe,
I
did that where like I was the champion and my tag partner had the Money in the Bank briefcase. So the minute I lost the belt, he just bam cashed in and like fucking beat the shit out of the guy.
And then that leads to a triple threat at WrestleMania. It's Roman, Cody, and Solo Sikoa for the belts, and Cody wins. Cody becomes triumphant at that point. So I think Cody can win the belt around SummerSlam, like SummerSlam or Royal Rumble, and then like Solo Sikoa just cashes in on Cody and takes the belt from him.
So officially, who you got in the 6-man?
I have. Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
Yep. KO.
Okay. And we will compare your results to ours at the end of the show.
Okay. I'm betting against the Bloodline, which is probably a mistake. But hey,
I did too. Don't feel bad.
But
you know what?
let it
Go
be
with
stated.
a winner here. Go with a winner. That's me, about to be the 15-time RWP champion.
Okay.
So who do you got?
Even if your points are better, you're not challenging for the championship quite yet, sir. Quite yet, sir.
So, who do you like in the SmackDown Women's Championship, and why is it Rhea Ripley?
I'm a sneaky heel.
It's Rhea Ripley because she's Dommy Mommy, and Zelina Vega's going to lose because she's a hometown wrestler.
There you go.
And Vince is in charge, and he hates hometown wrestlers.
He hates hometown
So yeah,
wrestlers.
we'll just gloss right past all that and go, who do you like between Bad Bunny and Damian Priest?
Damian Priest because
Oh,
the Judgment Day is going to interfere, and Vince hates hometown wrestlers.
Vince also seems to hate the Judgment Day winning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
That's
know.
true.
Ooh,
He
that's
sandbagged them from the start.
like, yeah,
no, that's
even
one of those.
when it
Which
makes
one do you
sense
think?
to have them win, they don't win. Like they
Yeah.
just don't.
My big
Edge,
beef.
WrestleMania.
My big beef with the Bad Bunny Damian Priest match is why did they not
Stop.
make this a fucking tag match?
Yeah,
Agreed.
They had to
Agreed.
make this like Rey Mysterio
absolutely.
versus Damian Priest.
Yes.
Dominic, right?
I'm guessing
It
Ray's
should've-
got
That's
a
what
nagging
everybody wants to
injury.
see. They want to see Dominic get booed and piss off the crowd. Like that's the fun part of the
Yeah, and then
the whole
like
thing.
the easy
Yes.
call is just have Dominic eat the pin,
Yeah.
and then like have Ray
Make the
and
crowd
Ray and Bad
happy.
Bunny win, make the crowd happy. You know, I think honestly, I think this is going to be maybe
Missed opportunity.
a missed
Yes,
opportunity.
agreed.
Even with my predictions, I think there's going to be a heel heavy card anyway, as far as like wins.
Oh, yeah.
So-
it could be.
So I think
That's
having
typical for the Puerto Rico territory.
I know. So having like the baby faces go over in like a tag match, especially ones that are so popular like Rey Mysterio and Bad Bunny, would probably be benefit, because I don't think like obviously Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio is not winning even with Rey Mysterio and the entire LWO like interfering. I don't think Zelina even stands a chance. So I don't know.
Oh, Rhea is going to basically use her as a sex toy. It's going to be beautiful to watch.
Oh yeah, she's gonna do that one move and then like bend her up like a pretzel and pin her.
Oh
like
yeah,
she
it's going to be
usually does.
glorious.
Yeah, it's
Like,
gonna be
people are
glorious.
going to be baiting to that tomorrow.
Yeah,
night.
true.
It's going to be amazing.
True. It's gonna be mean.
But all that said, who do you like in the main event? Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, which should be a good match.
It's going to be like 8 minutes, and I think just Cody goes over. Honestly, I don't think Cody should lose, but
No, he shouldn't.
He shouldn't have
Um,
lost last time either.
knowing
Exactly.
Vince, he might lose. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think Cody should
Brock has nothing to prove.
lose. Yeah, Brock has
vying for
nothing to gain. Brock has nothing to
Nothing.
gain. The only thing he's going to do is he's going to F5, take the pin, and then go back to Minnesota. That's pretty much what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, Brock
God,
has
I
nothing
hope
to
so,
gain.
Bandit. God,
They
I
might.
hope.
Now, I did some research, and Tony, John Cena and Ric Flair are tied for 16 world heavyweight champions.
Yes, they
Triple
are.
H is the next at 14, so you're
14.
currently tied with Triple H. It's going to be a long while till I'm able to hit any of those numbers, because I'm going to have no problem hanging on to the belt for this.
Yeah, I'll be hitting 15 tomorrow night. It's a guarantee.
Pray
I'm going
not,
to go
T.
perfect. I'm going to go perfect. I'm going to go 7 for 7 on picks tomorrow night.
Can we
Nope.
just talk about the amount of time I've held the belt over the last 3 years in comparison to you two guys?
Look,
You know,
there was
Chicken,
a-
can we
there's been a
talk about
dark
the
time
time
in
that is
everybody's
Like
history. The Black Plague.
75% of the
Chicken,
last
the
3
Black-
years.
time
Black
is
Plague.
now. Past is prologue, and we are here in the present where I am your
Then stop
tribal chief.
bragging about how many times you've held
We
the
finally
damn thing.
took
Lucky
the
13.
swimmers off. All right. We've let you do your thing on your own without nudging you along. We took the training wheels off and you
Oh
lost the
yeah,
belt.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
All right, now Zigbo,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
gonna ask you something here. Now, me and Chicken, the only different pick we have is the main event, where Chicken has Brock and I have Cody.
It'll be decided
Tony-
way before that.
Tony, on the other hand, has some
Several.
couple of different picks for me. Tony, why don't you go through those? What are the different picks we have? And then
So,
Zig,
yeah,
between the three,
Phil,
I want you to say who you think has the best chance here.
again, Phil, the only two differences that you and I have are you like the bloodline, I like KO, Sammy, and Riddle, and I like Theory, and you like Bobby. And to be
And
frank,
also,
we
in the
could
event
go
of any,
50-50 on that, and you would retain.
in any tie, champion retains, kind of like
'Cause you're a
disqualification.
bitch.
Yeah, so I'm curious, Zig Mover, who do you like the most to walk away as tribal chief of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast?
Well, he agrees with my picks, so he likes me.
I agree with Tony G more. So yeah, I would say the upset and new champion Tony G.
All I need is
It's
Brock.
Tony
Rod.
Fake
fucking
news.
G.
Fake news.
Tony freaking G.
Yes.
Sheesh, Sig Mover. Who asked you anyway?
Wayne,
Yeah.
Wayne, whatever from wherever.
Yeah. With the Orange Cassidy drop.
Oh, very nice.
man.
Very evil. Yes.
No.
So, yes, your current
Dude,
revolution.
Orange Cassidy is probably like the most entertaining wrestler right now.
I'm done.
Oh, he's up there. He's up there. Tony hates him. Tony despises him.
You hate him.
He stole my aviator gimmick. All right, that's probably my biggest.
No.
gripe.
That is a big part of it.
All right.
That's a big part of it. Yeah, you're right.
Tony
It is a
did
big
have
part.
the aviators on before Cassidy was ever
Yeah.
a thing. So
Son
I
of a
will give.
bitch. And I
He's
wore
been doing
denim in
this since
6th
2018.
grade. I wore denim in 6th grade before this fucker. Actually, I think he's a little older than me. Barely.
Yeah, he was probably wearing denim in the backyard. But,
Yeah.
folks, all right, Zig Mover, any final thoughts that you have about Backlash, WWE moving forward? And also, one last question I have for you. I'm predicting that to keep Cody continuing the story, they're going to make that poor motherfucker lose the World Heavyweight title. And I think they should do the true troll. Within 3 months, have Roman Reigns win it too.
Jesus.
No, I think what I was explaining to Dr. Chicken is probably the way they're going to go about the whole Cody Roman feud for the year, because I think they're going to extend it out all the way out to WrestleMania. But I think they're just going to add Solo Sikoa to the fray and then like go from there. Solo Sikoa is going to win Money in the Bank, and then about SummerSlam or Royal Rumble, Cody's going to take the belt from Roman Reigns, and Solo Sikoa is going to cash in and spike Cody and take the belt from him. And then we're just going to have like a triple threat at Mania for the belt.
Cody Rhodes.
Alrighty.
Everything is Cody Rhodes.
Folks,
Oh,
as I'm
Cody.
known to say around here,
Cody's here. The Cody Show. Waiting for Cody's pyro to blow. Cody,
Lord Phil.
Cody,
Oh, by the way,
Cody
my future
Rhodes.
prediction this year, and you can hold me to it. Gunther's winning the Royal Rumble this year.
Gunther's
Gunther?
winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Gunther's winning the Rumble this
Times
year,
breed
and he's
better
going to get
than Cody.
he's going to challenge for that Raw title and get that Raw title.
I fucking hope so. I want to see Gunther do some more.
Yeah, so I think that's probably what's going to happen.
Here to change.
Well, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us here at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast here on YouTube and Spotify. Check us here tomorrow night for our live watch along. God, I hope so. Of Backlash. We'll see what we can do, folks, because life happens. But we will be here tomorrow night to see who will be the reigning, defending World Heavyweight Champion of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, the Tribal Chief of the RWP, and the head of the table of the entire internet wrestling community. Right here, folks. We're going to find, oh, yes, Tony, are you going to be bringing back the original belt? Or my mocking belt of what Cody would have pulled out had he won at WrestleMania. Aw,
There's
but
a
it
reason
didn't
you're
happen.
only a
Your
13-time
tribal
champ.
chief, your tribal chief, who called the tribal chief, who called Roman
There's a reason I'm
Sammartino,
about to be
who
2
will
reigns ahead
make
of you.
this incredible reign happen, folks. All of you beautiful people. Thank you for being here tonight at Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, folks. I am your King of Extreme, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes it the podcast hour. You can, of course, find me at KOE Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and now
And Grindr.
Twitter, folks. Not quite. No, not there. And Rumble, though. And Rumble, pretty close, T. You were almost there. But folks, I can't wait to see you here tomorrow night for Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. Also, check us out Sunday night for Hazard Analysis, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Zig Mover, thank you for joining us as well. Tony Chicken, Zig Mover, take it away.
Are y'all having a watch party tomorrow?
Yep.
Or today?
Watch along tomorrow night for Backlash.
Okay, cool.
RevRes Pod on YouTube and Big Buck and Empire on Facebook.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yes.
Appreciate you folks for tuning in. Look forward to not having to cut promos, but my picks speaking for themselves. Look forward to that strap back around my waist where it belongs. Appreciate you. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow night. Tune in for the watch along. Love you. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, and I'm just, Tony fucking G, Tony the Rod on TikTok, and I will be going perfect 7 for 7 tomorrow night, becoming a 15-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion and ending Phil's all too long reign of terror. We'll catch you tomorrow night, folks.
And see if it just smooths itself out.
Back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow.